What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing a game from the Americas Demacia Cup. This is the final cup in Americas that's going to lead us into regionals, into worlds. We are getting into the big competitions at the end of the set, and this is a tournament whoever wins it is going to be going straight to worlds, going to help people get qualifier points into things like regionals and all this kind of stuff. So it's very, very exciting. This was also a really nice day one. Shout out to Dehua here, making every GM player out there proud, dropping 42 points first overall. This guy just, I mean, he does not play that much ladder, but he studies enough, he plays enough that he could lock it in tournament, which is crazy. But we're not going to be doing a Dehua VOD review, actually. We're going to be VOD reviewing the 6th place overall player on the day, which is Vitality Setsuko, 31 points, very respectable score. Some, kind of slips in the first few games, but good enough because he had a really fantastic, really interesting final game that we must watch. I mean, this game is so emblematic of just everything Setsuko, and was just so entertaining and such an interestingly played late game that I thought, okay, we have to watch this. So start off here with the Shen. It is Path of Spirits, which is fine, I guess. Nothing, crazy, but decent enough. We have a Vi and a Caitlyn pair here, which is something, I guess. We don't really care much about the Ashe. This unit does not do that much here, so very likely that we're going to sell this off. First drop is a Cloak here, which would play more into the Ionia idea, and we do have the Yasuo here, so that makes Ionia and Xin Zhao as well. Yeah, great stuff towards Ionia, especially, pray for a Xin Zhao hero augment here with the Xin Zhao already, with Cloak already. I mean, that could be really nice. But yep, Setsuko doing a lot of scouting, seeing not too many people who have really committed to any kind of comp. We are going to sell here. And I'm told Aphelios, actually, interestingly enough, saying it's very likely our board will end up being like Ionia plus Aphelios, potentially. And it's quite unlikely that we are going to play around Caitlyn's. I mean, this unit is just not very good. Our item drops can go either way, right? Could be Even Shroud towards AD, could be an Adaptive Helm towards AP. You probably are not going to make Anima Visage as your first item, but you could if you really wanted to. First augment here, Heroic, Promise Protection, worth the wait. None of these really jump out to me as amazing here. I don't love Gold worth the wait that much. Patient Study looks pretty solid. This is Teemo Portal, by the way, the one where you get the extra augment roll, so that gives us some more help as far as, being able to have good selection here. Speedy Double Kill. I would be defaulting Patient Study here. I think our opener is not great. Tudrik is also a great option now as well. And yeah, it's a very Setsuko option here. Pick up the Violet, get the Caitlyn in as well. Wait, we actually hit the full package here. And if we can unlock Orianna, then we will really have the package. And so yeah, the adaptive is going to get made here. Slam this onto the Vi here, and that is going to unlock Orianna. So this looks fantastic for us, honestly. As far as opener goes, a really nice pickup. And I mean, it's just a very Setsuko style augment. This augment basically says win streak and play a strong early game, which this guy loves to do. And it's a good thing to do. If you could win streak every game, you would usually take that trade. You can see already he's kind of looking at the Milio, which is interesting. I mean, one, as just Tay and Invoker onto this board, decent enough, and two, maybe down the line of us getting some kind of Ixtal dream. I mean, the Nico does fit on this board very easily, so we just have to figure out that last Ixtal unit to play, but maybe that's getting ahead of ourselves. We'll just play this solid enough early game for now. Keep the items on the Vi too. He is going to aggro double level here on 2-3, just saying, you know what, the lobby's quite strong here. I can level up and get Demacia in, which fits beautifully on this board with the Jarvan for the defender, and so I might as well super spike. We still even get to make the 10 gold here. It doesn't end up really being, yeah, there's a full open player in this lobby, so versus them, it's not going to be a huge issue. Versus David Ace here, it does not matter that we leveled here, but, it helps us keep our streak. If we do end up fighting someone like Fan the Chi-Chi or Soju here, who are also 100 streaking in this spot. Belts open here. I mean, you'd love to make a slam. Anytime you're in the spot, you'd love to make a slam. I'm kind of eyeing that Sunfire cape, but the Rod also allows you to make Morello, gives you heal cut as well. It's kind of, I guess, the same thing. You can throw this onto the Vi as well here. It's also on a low risk here, but we did get rid of our Caitlyn 2 that we had earlier, so not actually able to slam immediately the 4 Pilt on this board. I don't know that you even would want to. Demacia is quite important onto this board. I think this is just the board for now. And I mean, Loris can be a solid next in, though it almost looks like he is going to sell it. We'll see. He's really showing his hand here a little bit in that he's holding on to these Ixtal units on the left side of his bench here, really, potentially looking and holding on to those guys. And yeah, he is, wow, that is in some ways very greedy and in other ways not greedy play here. Opts to not make 20 that last round here because he really wants to hold on to everything. He wants to hold on to the Ixtal out. He wants to hold on to the low risk as well. That is it's surprising to me, but it's also not surprising. This is just something that really good players know how to do. They say, you know what, I am in a spot here where I can actually really value holding onto these units, so I am going to spend a gold to hold onto this Ixtal because it's very possible that getting this Ixtal in later will allow me to cap out even higher. And I mean, I just love that Setsuko is seeing this as early as stage 2, 5 streak here. We're not even that rich because we, burned some econ on early leveling and some econ on holding this stuff. But hey, as long as we keep our streak, it's gonna be okay. And if we drop our streak, then it'll get a little bit sketchy. But yeah, once again, has the option to make 40 gold here, doesn't opt to make it, is going to greed not his econ, but is going to greed his ability to, play strongest board here. And he gets rewarded. He hits an eco 2, fits in this right now. I don't actually know. It can't be by 40 XP. We don't have the gold. You don't want to lose 3 player combat. So I guess, you're just taking the no items on bench and they're just slamming your items. Yeah, actually, it's pretty easy. Yep, this makes sense. I mean, the other options are just not very takeable. And he will also go for a very aggro level here to get the Orianna back in. Just saying, yeah, I want to make sure that I have my Ori on this board. I want to get Piltover in. It's really good. And you still get to make gold here. It's not like we're like broke in this spot here. And if we can keep our streak, that will also kind of repair our econ throughout the course of this game. So looks pretty good. Gonna go into next augment here. Big grab bag, plot armor, unsealed from steel. I love a big grab bag in a spot like this. I would be very tempted. Advanced loan from gold. He rolls over it immediately, but I will say advanced loan from gold is not the worst because it's quite likely that you're gonna see a third gold that's just gonna downgrade into silver. But I think seems like he's really looking at big grab bag because we need items, right? And this is fantastic, right? We get to make void. We get to make gargoyle here. Gargoyle then is going to allow us to potentially unlock the Skarner later down the line. So yeah, this is really nice. Just getting the third item onto the Sona was huge here. Getting a tank item as well was also huge. So great setup for Setsuko here. And it's also, we're in a spot here because we're win streaking, because we have the Ixtal in as well. We might be able to just go like no econ after this, right? We've already taken first econ as well, so it's very likely that taking an econ augment here would be a bit too much econ wise. You'd rather just have the combat of having these items and then just make it to a really strong board later. And oh my god, is that a shop? He is very much considering, yeah, just popping items off so he doesn't have to burn a remover to get rid of this glove here. Makes a lot of sense. And yeah, it's just going to full on level up here for the Skarner because I still get to make 20 gold in this spot here. Want to make sure that we slam onto the Kiana there so that we get our Ixtal. But our board is so strong here. We can unlock the Skarner and keep the streak. Is this not just the most Setsuko game you've ever seen in your life? Just full aggro, using his econ from his augment. Also, this was a really cool idea from Dish Soap to take the golden dragon. I forgot how Dish ended up placing this game. I guess we'll see as we play it out here. Glove open here. I would actually be looking at like the Steadfast Heart here. Could also be a TG from the Ambessa here. Doesn't sound bad at all. 4 cost, it's a glove. TG would be a totally reasonable slam onto just somebody random here. Maybe even just the Skarner here. Another check here. 2-star Melio is pretty impossible. 2-star Skarner is definitely impossible. Losing 4 player combats is also really tough in our spot. Do you just take a horrible cash here? These are the spots where Ixtal feels a bit awkward. And yeah, he is just going to say, you know what, I'll take the cash. I'll take the gold here. It's not my favorite thing in the world here, but it's combat strength, it's value, and yeah, we can take the TG that we're going to immediately slam here, throw it onto Ambessa. It's just, yes, we could lose 4 combats here, but the amount of value that we are going to lose this game, the amount of just ability to gain extra econ, amount of HP that we're going to lose by just hard pivoting here to Law Streak just doesn't actually make enough sense. So I really like Setsuko going for kind of a rough cash out here. Though I guess we can just have full bench here. You could roll 6 times here, but you don't want to. He's gonna grab it here. Okay, and so he's gonna say, I'm just gonna make econ here, and I'm gonna roll probably on 4-1 or 4-2. You're gonna get a lot of these rolls actually from just chilling here, right? You're gonna get one natural roll, another natural roll. So you could even just roll 4 times on 7 on 4-1. I wonder if that is what Mr. Setsuko is gonna do here. We will see. But we have a great board. 10 streak, 100 streak for Mr. Setsuko. I mean, it's the most Setsuko game. He played strong this board, found his upgrades, and now is in a commanding spot with Ixtal in, though we did drop the Ixtal streak of sun shards, which was a little bit tragic, but hey, that's life. That's how it happens sometimes. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of gold to work with here. Still not sure that it's enough that I'd really want to 4-1 it here. So we'll see where he wants to go with this. Adaptive's going to move to frontline as a... I would... no, it's actually not. Okay, he's going to leave Morello back here and then just slam this over here. Okay. So yeah, he was thinking about moving Adaptive to frontline, but then he realized that he was actually just not going to have... We would have no mana gen onto our Orianna, and mana gen is actually like really transformative on this Orianna to get her casting. So he actually opts to just go for this. I mean, it's a pretty smart call. I actually like this, though. It's a tough call as well, I think. I would have been very tempted to just Adaptive frontline here for sure. But I mean, after looking at this, I think it makes a lot of sense. Last augment here, JL Sword Overflow. Is it just component heist, by the way? I mean, we're in a component heist spot. The only downside, I mean, there's not that much. I mean, JL's is also really, really good here. I just love, okay, he is just going to go for the very solid combat here in Jeweled Lotus here. Going to roll down, pick up the Seraphine, pick up the Acceleration Crate. Awesome. And then we just got the one more roll to proc our Ixtal here. Can also get the Swain in as a nice unit. And he's actually going to hold this Ambessa here. Wants to not have to sell the Ambessa. 1, because maybe she could fit on the board, and 2, because Slayers is a comp. I mean, look at his bench here, holding onto Ambessa and Belveth here, just griefing all these Slayers players. Also playing the Skarner, who's really, really good in this matchup. Like, Setsuko is the #1 Slayer hater here in this spot here. I feel that, which, I mean, it's fair. I mean, this comp is very, very good. And so if you're in a spot where you can grief, not bad here. All right, this is where the game gets interesting here. We have this Skarner too in our shop here. We get kill 20 enemies, roll the shop 15 times, alternate winning and losing for 4-player combats. I think most people here would just grab kill 20 enemies. It's 110 sun shards. It's pretty solid, not bad. Our board's okay, but alternate winning and losing for 4-player combats is near impossible in this spot without just like sending it to 0 to spike your board, doing some really weird stuff. But Setsuko makes a very interesting and, in hindsight, very smart call, and for him it's not hindsight, it's future sight, it's now sight, is that he can take this alternate win or lose 4 combats here. Our board's okay, it's not amazing, but there are people out there that we're gonna beat. And the thing is, if it doesn't work out, we can just pivot out of Ixtal. We only have 40 sun shards that we would lose by making that play, so it's actually like really low risk, very high reward, because if we do have the ability to cash this out, if we do just sneak a win and then a loss and then another win, we're there. We're at the 4 because we've lost this first combat here. And then the game becomes, I mean, it's just GG's. We'll have unlocked Brock at that point. We'll be getting close to a 500 cash out. The game, I mean, the world will be our oyster there. And then he hits this Azir here, who... this adds another whole layer to it, because not only does this mean that, you know, we can farm Shurimans, most importantly, I would say the Xerath here, who, if we can manage to win loss, then we'll get the Xerath unlock, and we'll also get the unlock for our Ixtal here. So it's crazy stuff. Now, unfortunately for Setsuko, he rotates into somebody quite strong here, Marcel P. 0 gold here, took Giga Econ and Giga Combat later, and, you know, is not trying to lose any kind of fights. His board is actually quite good there, so we take another loss here. It's actually a little bit scary because we really do need to win this fight here, but Setsuko also, he says, I'm going to hold the line here. If I unlock Nasus, it's not the end of the world here. I'm playing based around just the flexibility of what happens in these combats here. I don't want to send it to 0 to roll here because I'm so close to level 9. I need to spike my board on 9, and so I'm not going to play too hard for these Ixtal quests. I'm just going to let what comes to me come to me, and what comes to him is a dub here. This lets him win the fight, and this actually opens up a crazy, crazy window into this game. I mean, being amazing for Setsuko, because now, if we lose the next fight, which it's very likely we will, you could even think about sacking this next fight, but the thing is, our board's weak enough with very few consequential upgrades here that I think it's totally reasonable to, under most circumstances, say I'm just going to lose this. Opts to make another TG, by the way, which is, wow, just big TG here. But yeah, he's going to scout the lobby and see, I am certainly the weakest person in this lobby here, so it is all good. I'm going to lose this fight. I don't need to like super grief or anything like that. But if I take this loss here, and yeah, he's even going to hold, he thought about holding the TG, and then he's like, you know what, this person's board is pretty good. I can slam here. This will unlock Xerath here. And now what we can do is we can go 9, roll with Xerath odds, and we actually have odds of hitting, you know, even more Xeraths here. So we level here, a bunch of gold to roll with here. We hit the Ambessa too, which I'm really surprised about him making, honestly, because he plays it for a second, and then I think he ends up cutting it right back out here. But he continues to roll, finds another Xerath, rolls one more time, and finds a third Xerath here. Has the Guard Breaker with the Adaptive, with the Death Cap here. I mean, these items are insane on Xerath, and you are going to see this Xerath go just delete the entire board here, get that win here to alternate the loss, win, get that 400 cash here, get the Ziggs unlock, which is kind of funny, but much more importantly, get the Barak unlock here, and he is going to cash out here, gets a Fawn, and I mean, it's almost to say the rest is history. This spot is so good now. And once again, Setsuko played this spot from this idea of it's okay if we don't cash out, fine. We can just pivot out of Ixtal and change our game plan. But once again, the idea, which is so smart, is really low risk, very high reward. It's not like we had like a 400 Ixtal that we were going to drop there. And this was also enabled by him holding that Ixtal in the early game, spending that extra gold to hold it, and then playing at stage 3. I mean, it's just such an Ixtal masterclass from Setsuko in a way that most people tend to not do it. Most people are not thinking about Ixtal this way as something they can like pivot into later like this. Oh, this is actually hilarious. He gets an Ixtal emblem here after the double reforge, which does absolutely nothing here. I guess if he wants to find a Emilio to put back in, he could start healing up, or he could cut out an Ixtal unit and still play Ixtal. But I mean, you're not actually gonna. I mean, I think we're just gonna be playing for Ixtal for the rest of the game. Maybe we'll get another remover down the line or something. But yeah, I mean, this Xerath unit, so cool, by the way. I would have loved to somehow see this be a Nasus game. I just don't know how it would have been. I mean, Nasus is so hard. Or not Nasus, but for Shurima even, with the, get the Nasus unlocked and then get the other stuff. But it's near impossible. You have to kind of do Xerath first and then Nasus. And to truly do that, we would have had to have even more HP here, because I mean, taking even just 4 losses right now would be pretty bad, and we'd also have to obviously like intentionally lose, which is pretty tough to do. It is pretty tough out there. So I think Setsuko will be totally happy with this alternative road here, where we're going to be playing 3 Shurima in this spot here, have the itemized Xerath, which, man, people have asked me what my favorite like 5 cost of all time is, or things like that, and I always think back to this like this Xerath, but also kind of the old, it was Aurelian, or no, it was Aoshin, right, where he did the zzz. That unit was so cool and just so satisfying to watch. I feel like Xerath is the exact same way, where you just watch him just zap and destroy the entire enemy board, and it's so nice here. He can now finally move this TG. We wanted to move it for so many rounds, but we did not have another remover because we had to move everything else. Now we can finally move this over to the Brock here, which is so nice as well. I mean, it's just, the spot looks amazing here. And even if we do end up in a spot where we don't just like straight up win the lobby with how strong our board is, we're on the way to another Ixtal cash here. So we cash here, we get an item anvil, which is pretty useless here, I would say, but not completely useless here. He is considering, yeah, he's just gonna play the Fiddlesticks here, and then also pop anvil here for the glove that's going to go on to somebody here. I don't even know. Random. He's actually just not even going to slam it here. He's just going to say, you know what, maybe I'll cash another anvil down the line. Marcel's board, quite good, but not good enough for Setsuko's, and the Xerath is just going to delete everything, and we are going to get one more cutscene to finish it out. But yeah, I mean, this game was just so cool, so smart, just beautifully played by Setsuko, and such a Setsuko game. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, all my other links down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, as always.